Gloves Over Guns initiative. Primarily, it's a sport for development initiative which targets young people in communities affected by violence, using boxing as a platform for personal development, social support, and community cohesion. Boxing Board, which is the governing body for the sport in Jamaica, professional and amateur, our mandate was to expand the footprint of the sport throughout the island. A group called Fight for Peace International invited us to Brazil with some NGOs to see how they dealt with crime and violence in the favelas there. And so they made a commitment to Jamaica with these NGOs to be here for 3 years so that we could model what they were doing. It had such a huge impact that the Boxing Board said that when they left, we would not only have to make sure that we could sustain the program, but extrapolate it to get to as many communities in the island as possible. We had assistance from the Canadian Embassy and the CFLI, and we won a grant where we were able to start our second national gym at the Montego Bay Cricket Club in collaboration with other areas where we were in Kingston, where we would target about 10 other communities in Montego Bay into that one area. And then the pandemic hit. We got the youth in through boxing. For them to participate, they have to agree to take part in the counseling and the mentorship that happens weekly. The communities and change their lifestyle around, and actually becoming ambassadors that we could use to speak on their stories, to lead by example. The minute that we slowed down, 2 individuals that were doing well lost their lives back again to violence. We are now grateful that we have the opportunity to resume. We resume at our national gym in Kingston, which is Stanley Couch Gym, to target the Parade Gardens area, and Coach Harrison would have been working with the boys and girls there. We also formed a partnership with GC Foster College to be our 3rd national gym. Resumed with Olympic Gardens. Sugar Wallace has been a stand-up not only just for boxing, but as a community member in Olympic Gardens. We were able to open a sister gym to the Montego Bay Cricket Club with top-level boxing gym, Dr. Cunningham, daughter Jasmine, fantastic. We had been invited to a subcommittee meeting in Denham Town, and what had hit me most at the time was that conversations between the elderly and the youth was almost non-existent. And then there were some kids that were in the debate as well. And one of them said specifically that, well, that nobody's talking to them. So if nobody's talking to them, they're going to do their own thing. We decided to host a show free to the community to showcase some of the young talent that we had in Denham Town in front of their loved ones, in front of their guardians, in front of their parents and their neighbors. And also put them on the same stage as our elite boxers. Immediately, the communication between the elders and the youth resumed. What we were looking for is actually what the blueprint for all the other shows going into the communities are going to look like. Ideally, going forward, we'd like to have at least 6 amateur fights and 2 professional fights on each card going forward. We love that the entire community came out. We love that the boxers showcased themselves from the grassroots level. You had young Howard Levy, who's going to be, he's a crowd favorite, he's 10 years old, they call him Hercules. There we had Daniel Hilton, who will be representing Jamaica in the Commonwealth Games next month. And on top of that, now we had in Light Scott, who is now 18-1, and so having a good record that he should be going for having conversations that can put him for world title conversations. They got to see Shariki Moore. She's one of our better ambassadors because she's one of those that have talented, and next year being an Olympic qualifying year, we're expecting good things for her. And so it's good when the communities can see firsthand the representatives that we have. To complement the Gloves Over Guns initiative is to give the boxers a journey. So not everybody, we understand, can be a world champion, but everybody that's in the program can be a life champion. So yes, through the mentorship, yes, through the counseling, and yes, through the activity, we will bring communities together. But as far as the sport is concerned, we want to make sure that Jamaica has many more world champions. So the traction that we gained was very, very encouraging. So we knew that we had to keep pushing. The only way we can grow into make it an island-wide initiative is with the support from like-minded partners. while it is that our mandate was to expand the footprint of the sport island-wide, we realized the impact that we could have on the personal development, right, and on the community cohesion. So this is where the Gloves Over Guns initiative became everything that we do now. But I mean, it does need everybody doing a part. It does need the support and financial assistance. With like certain foundations, Doctors K Foundation or during Montego Bay, but we do need the assistance to make the program work. We're grateful for our sports minister, Honorable Babsy Grange. She's very integral in the conversations that we have in terms of helping us. Huge thanks to the International Boxing Association, which is the governing body for the sport. They bought into the Gloves Over Guns initiative, and they actually donated a lot of the equipment, and they have been not only advising in how they can assist in the Gloves Over Guns initiative, but they have led from the front in donating equipment. We were able to give to at least 8 gyms, including Sugar Gym, including Top Level in Montego Bay, JDF, and Stanley Couch. So see the impact that the sport has, we see the impact that the initiative has in the communities. We know that beautiful Jamaica that everybody knows that it should be, as Jamaica should be, the Gloves Over Guns, will prevail.